With that, let's move on to the next story. The Colombian government has now said it will allow U.S. military flights carrying deported migrants to land in Colombia after Colombia's President Petro and President Trump threatened tariffs against one another. So this was a big back and forth. Let's take it one step at a time. On Sunday, 2 U.S. military planes carrying illegal immigrants were sent to Colombia, where the immigrants are originally from. The planes reportedly had authorization to land in Colombia, but that authorization was revoked mid-flight, with Petro saying that the deportees must be treated with dignity and respect, that the U.S. can't treat Colombian migrants like criminals, and that he was ready to send the presidential plane to transport them. Now, his main issue was with the way they were being deported. So keep in mind, these deportation flights are not new. Colombia has accepted these kinds of flights in the past. Last year, Colombia accepted 124 deportation flights. The difference this time was that they were being sent back to Colombia on military flights and not civilian flights, and that when Brazilian deportees were sent back to Brazil from the U.S. on military planes, they were handcuffed, and so Petro was just saying he wouldn't allow that for his people. But regardless, the revocation of authorization led Trump to announce a travel ban and immediate visa revocations on Colombian government officials and their supporters, visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government, enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo, treasury, banking, and financial sanctions, and a 25% tariff on all goods entering the U.S. from Colombia, which would rise to 50% after 1 week. Petro then responded in his own social media post that he would match any U.S. imposed tariffs. Then, in the middle of the night, Colombia's foreign minister announced that the two countries had overcome the impasse and that Colombia would accept the returned citizens. The foreign minister also said that the country agreed to all of President Trump's terms, including the unrestricted acceptance of immigrants who entered the U.S. illegally. The White House said in its own statement, quote, "Today's events make clear to the world that America is respected again. President Trump will continue to fiercely protect our nation's sovereignty, and he expects all other nations of the world to fully cooperate in accepting the deportation of their citizens illegally present in the United States." End quote. And by the way, in addition to Colombia, China has also agreed to accept deportation flights of Chinese citizens from the U.S., and El Salvador is currently in talks with the U.S. to allow deportation flights as well. The plan between El Salvador and the United States is called the Safe Third Country Agreement, and it would allow migrants not just from El Salvador, but also other countries like Venezuela to be flown there.